to Racing Elevators with JacobsTV. Who's your favorite racing champion, near or far?
My all-time favorite race car driver is Bill Elliott.
I think my favorite race car champion is Dale Earnhardt.
That's my daddy's favorite too.
Can't beat Jimmy Walker. Jimmy's been my idol since I was a kid. I've been coming to the track for a really long time. He's definitely my idol when it comes to that.
Dale Earnhardt.
Darren Knight. I'm a fan of Darren Knight. He's real fast. You know the 20 modified right across the way? He's right over there.
I'd say Kyle Busch. My favorite racing champion would be Kevin Harvick.
Okay.
Because he won a NASCAR championship, and we're sponsored by the same people. Jimmy John's Gourmet Sandwiches sponsors Kevin Harvick, and he sponsors my legend car.
I think my favorite racing champion for NASCAR for the Xfinity series is William Byron, because I'm a really big William Byron fan.
Okay.
Because he started out playing iRacing, which is a simulator game, and I have that too, and it's actually helped me become a better race car driver.
I'm a Denny Hamlin fan, but I grew up a Bobby Labonte fan, and I think Bobby Labonte would be my NASCAR champion. Track champion here. Let's say when my little brother won a championship. When Brett won the championship last year, it was a pretty cool moment knowing that he joined me in winning a mini stock championship, and we're hoping that my dad gets it this year.
Brett had a pretty good season last year. Junior's my favorite racing champion.
I'm gonna have to say Richard Petty. Richard Petty he knew how to get it done back in the day.
I have one of his cars.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Richard Petty was awesome.
I got his STP 43.
Well, near would be Jimmy Walker, and I think far, I was a pretty big Bill Elliott fan, and maybe Davey Allison if he would have won a championship.
I'd have to go with Jeff Gordon, just because the energy that he brought along to the race scene, the whole racing scene when he was younger, it just kind of, the age I was, about your age when he was racing, so it really amplified what I wanted to have fun with.
It'd probably be Ryan Walters. I started racing for him in the beginning, and he was a champion in 2009 in the Bomber division, and I started racing Bombers shortly after him, and I ended up winning the championship in 2004, and he's taught me a lot about racing and a lot about how to drive these cars, so it'd probably be him.
It'd be my grandfather, Ken Wallen.
It used to be Davey Allison, but recently I really like Kyle Larson. I've watched him race go-karts locally at Rev Left and Cycleland, and I think he's a great young kid, and I think he's going to go real far.
Dale Earnhardt, seen there?
Richard Petty.
To me, my dad would be my champion because he started me going in racing, and he raced real stocks a while ago.
Probably Matt Kenseth.
It's got to be Mick Moulton. He's my biggest hero ever.
Kyle Larson, because he's really fast in everything that he drives, and he comes from dirt, just like I drive dirt. I drive sprint cars and micro sprints, so that's pretty cool.
My favorite racer right now that's still active is Bubba Pollard. He races back east. Favorite driver of all time is obviously Dale Earnhardt.
My favorite racing champion is Richard Petty. Dale Jr.
Dale Earnhardt Sr.
I was always a Jeff Gordon fan growing up, so I'm gonna have to say Jeff Gordon on that one.
Locally and nationally, I'd say Jim Walker is the guy that I always looked up to.
I'm gonna have to go Kyle Busch.
What's your favorite moment of racing in 2018?
My favorite racing this year has been Firecracker Night. We finished second, and it was a lot of fun, and finished our first 100-lapper in a long time.
I don't think it's happened yet because I haven't won yet.
My favorite moment was racing with Wyatt. Last race in the Bomber and Jim Red's car. It was a lot of fun. Probably one of the best races I've ever had, actually, as a driver. Since I've been driving since I was 6 years old, and that was by far the best.
It's not my favorite moment, but when I hit the wall in turn 4 in the beginning of the year and wrecked the car, not something to smile about.
I don't have too many highlights. Well, it would be last time qualifying here, we got first. We qualified first. That's about the only highlight we've had this year.
Winning the Montana 200 in their super late model. 2 weekends ago, we started dead last, and we came back to win the race in Anderson 2 weekends ago.
Well, I would have to say last week, even though I lost, me and my brother put on a really good show, and we haven't really been competitive at the same time in probably the last 4 or 5 years. So we were able to run nose to tail, side by side, and we were the 2 fastest cars on the track. So that was really cool. But the race ended 10 laps early, so I got second. So I'm gonna go beat him tonight.
Winning last weekend. That was a great moment. I got to battle my little brother.
He told us about that too.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a main event win the day I graduated.
First girl to do that in 6 or 8 years.
The day I graduated from college, I got a win.
With all her family here.
Yeah.
It's going to be tonight, because if all goes right, I will win my first championship in 26 years of trying. And that will make a fantastic memory. Not to mention, I will be doing this with both my boys on the racetrack with me. And it's Brett's birthday today, my youngest son. So it's all going to create a great memory for me for the rest of my life.
Probably one of the wins, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully my favorite moment is tonight.
That'd have to be today. It's the only race that I'm gonna run this year, and having fun with my dad, who also races, and his girlfriend. So we'll just do a family event today.
Probably be last race. I led all the laps there all the way to the end, and then on the very last lap I spun out and lost. But it was a very fun race, and I had a lot of fun racing.
How'd the wreck go down?
We changed some stuff on the car to try to make it a little bit faster, and it made it faster, but we went a little too far, and it got a little loose coming off of turn 4 there, and it shot into the wall. Yeah, we'll get her fixed and have it ready for next year, though.
Favorite moment so far was winning my first main event.
It's got to be hopefully this weekend. I've come over here quite a bit, and I finished second a lot of the times, and I'm hopefully this weekend I'll be able to get the win.
Probably today, because my car's actually running good. Hopefully we'll win it tonight.
My last win, probably.
My first win in the trophy dash.
Oh boy, I haven't really ran that much this year, but last week I got to bring out an old car, a Thunder Roadster, and it was fun driving it again. So I'd say that was probably the funnest part of this year.
So far, my favorite memory in 2018 is right now being interviewed by you while Mick's making funny faces at me in the background.
Probably a race I just did up in Washington. I won the biggest race on the West Coast, the Clay Cup Nationals. It was 10,000 to win, and that was the coolest race probably ever too.
I'd say my first win of the year, or my second win of the year at Roseville. That's my home track. That's the first time I ever won there. So I've been going there since I was your size, and always wanted to get in a race car, and now I'm finally doing it and got my first one at home. So
Everything. Fast times, all of that. I don't really know. I guess I'll just say everything.
Winning the Montana 200 with Jeremy Doss.
I finally got a trophy dash win, probably. I haven't got the main event yet, but I will.
Is the Fall Spectacular, the main event that's getting ready to happen, that we're going to be in. It might be a long shot, but we got a strategy, and I think we're going to win it.
my buddy passed away, and we had like a memorial for him on the first night, and I got to win that race. So that was probably my best moment this year.
What moments led to this champion win?
So the championship win, just a lot of consistency and staying in first a lot, and just being there out on the track and showing up and coming to practice and running lots of laps. So I pray to Jesus that he would provide a way to win when sometimes it seems like you can't win, you can still win. Yeah, I'm racing in the mini stocks and the road runners. So we got a mini stock main event tonight, a 30 lap main event in about an hour, and I'm starting on the front row. And slow qualifier, but front row, we could still win it. So me and my brother, number 15 and number 44, will be up front all night.
How does this first win feel?
It feels pretty good, yeah. To end out the season like this, pretty good, yeah.
How'd you manage to gain the lead over the 3?
That's hard to say. We were just neck and neck, and he got a little way, and so I had a little way. You know?
That's when I be success. That's when I be success. That's the one that crashed. He's he just spun out into the dirt. That just was a little flag so could have get ball.
Ooh, what about race cars?
You do have an edge. They had to solve the.
And then, oh, it's green, so we need to zoom in. And then zoom in. Ooh. Really far when they're across the way. Zoom out. They get closer. It's very tricky to film with it.
Why are we on a yellow flag? But he got back in. Then he passed, but he got back in. Looks like you had a lot of spins. Tell me how you got those spins.
Yeah, we thought we had something for those guys there at the beginning, but we had something break in the rear end and just got super loose on us, so we just kept spinning out. That's why we pulled off. Don't like to cause cautions like that, so sorry for those guys to kind of hold the race up. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad, but yeah, we just had some bad luck on our side tonight, so maybe we'll try next year. I don't know.
How's your win feel today?
I didn't win, but I got a moral victory. I got 5th place, was up in first for a while, back to 3rd, 2nd, and I ended up 5th. It was good. I was right there with the pack, so I'm happy. Didn't wreck the car, and I also won the championship tonight, so I'm really happy about that.
Go down.
There was oil on the track from one of the cars, and I ran into it and just flew up straight into the wall.
So how did you win?
The championship, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, just being consistent all year. So I was lucky that I started off at a pretty good pace with the car, and everyone else was slowly catching up to me by the end of the year.
How does this one feel?
It really hasn't sank in yet. Probably when I get the trophy, then it'll probably feel complete at that point in time.
That's bad. How does this win feel?
Well, this wasn't an actual win tonight, but I won the championship tonight by points, and it feels awesome. I was a little worried though, because at the start of the race there was a wreck and it broke my tie rod end, but I had a good pit crew came in, they got me back out there. I made 2 laps to save the day.
How did you get the most points?
I actually out-qualified the second place car every night, and that's the main reason why I won the championship, because my car would qualify better than his car. And the way the points work, I gained at least 6 to 8 points every night.
This one is huge to me because this year's been it's been terrible. Such a bad year, no luck, and for it to get a break like this and win is huge for me.
How'd you win?
Well, I had to drive it through that cloud of dirt down on the bottom. Made it through a nasty wreck on the last lap.
Felt good. Felt good to get the championship. Just caps off a really, really great year we had. Probably the best year I've ever had with the best team, and felt good to get the job done tonight. Wish we could have got the win, but the luck just didn't go our way tonight. But we'll take the championship.
Would you like to say anything to the fans?
I'd just like to thank all the fans for coming out and supporting Redwood Acres, and keep coming back. If you weren't here, you missed some good action tonight. If you were here, you had a great time, so come back again.
Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe my videos. So see you in the next race. Bye!
Thank you.